Once upon a time, in the sunny savannah, there was a little rabbit named Rabiy who loved to play all day in the fields filled with daisies. Rabiy had long, floppy ears and the fluffiest tail you could imagine. He was quick on his feet and loved to hop from one place to another, never staying still for too long. One sunny morning, as Rabiy was nibbling on some fresh, juicy carrots, he began to think about how wonderful it would be to have a friend. Someone who could share adventures and laugh together under the warm sun. Just as he was pondering this, he heard a soft hiss coming from behind the tall grass. Out of curiosity, Rabiy hopped over to where the sound was coming from and was surprised to find a small, slithery snake basking in the sun. The snake had shiny scales that glinted like little jewels in the sunlight. His name was Slinky, and he was much smaller than Rabiy had imagined snakes to be. "Hello there," said Rabiy, hopping a little closer but staying cautious. "I'm Rabiy. What's your name?" The snake blinked lazily and replied, "I'm Slinky." "Nice to meet you, Rabiy." From that day onwards, Rabiy and Slinky became the unlikeliest of friends. They spent their days exploring the savannah, playing hide and seek under the bushes, and telling stories by the lilac pond. One day, while exploring, they found themselves close to the edge of the savannah where the grass grew taller than Rabiy, and the air was filled with the scent of wild mint. "I've heard stories about a treasure hidden somewhere around here," said Slinky with a mischievous glint in his eyes. Excited by the thrill of a treasure hunt, Rabiy and Slinky decided to search for it together. They looked high and low, under rocks and around trees, drawing maps in the dirt. As the sun began to set, casting a golden hue over the land, they spotted something glimmering under a pile of leaves. With great anticipation, Rabiy gently moved the leaves with his paws, and there beneath was a small chest filled with colorful stones and some shiny objects. "Wow," exclaimed Rabiy. "Look at all these beautiful treasures." Slinky nodded, the light dancing on his shiny scales. "It may not be gold or jewels, but it's our adventure's reward," he said contentedly. On their way back, Rabiy noticed that Slinky seemed unusually quiet. "What's on your mind, Slinky?" he asked. "Oh, nothing much," Slinky replied softly. "Just thinking how lucky I am to have found a friend like you, Rabiy." Rabiy beamed, "And I am the luckiest rabbit in the savannah to have you as my friend." From that day, Rabiy and Slinky treasured not just their little discoveries, but the strong bond they shared. A friendship between a rabbit and a snake seemed impossible to many, but for them, it was as natural as the sun rising every day in the savannah. And so, under the vast, starry sky, Rabiy and Slinky continued their adventures, knowing they would always have each other's back. Whether it be leafy paths or hidden treasures, their friendship was the greatest treasure of all.